she called, hoping he could hear her over the wind. On my way back from Bill's. Lucy bit her lip. Of course he was. Every day ended with a beer or 4 with the boys. She guessed it was 4 tonight, given that he was walking home in these conditions, no doubt having been forced to leave the truck keys behind the bar. The staff knew him too well. Listen, he shouted. Have you spoken to Mitch or Meg? He sounded out of breath, as though he was running, or at least walking very fast. Not since this morning. Shit, he muttered. Why? I can't get Mitch on his cell, and I don't know where he is. I thought they were going to come back down during the break in the weather this afternoon. Well, not that I've seen. They must still be up at the cabin, she frowned. Why? What's going on? What's wrong? There's a couple of hikers missing in Wilson's Gully, but search and rescue won't go out. No visibility, and the avalanche risk's too high. Fucking pussies. Everyone's freaking out. One's a 12-year-old boy, for Christ's sakes. 12! Lucy winced, knowing from his language it was definitely more than 4 beers. But Tuck! Listen, I gotta go. I gotta get hold of Mitch. He's a mile from there. She hesitated. You mean you want him to go after them? In this? That's his call. But he'd want to know. I would. Lucy felt the pulse in her ear, her eyes on a raccoon scratching around the recycling bin, seeing the way its fur was brushed to standing as another gust whipped the small courtyard and sent it scurrying for cover in the undergrowth again. Luce, you hear me? Yeah? Yeah? I'll be back in a bit, okay? But if they call in the meantime, you let him know I'm trying to get hold of him. Sure. Bye, babe. Bye, she murmured. Her voice a whisper, her heart pounding at double time, the phone like a burning coal in the palm of her hand. Part 1. Before. Chapter 1. Saturday the 18th of February 2017. The snow-lined gully curled and sliced before them, the tips of their boards overhanging the flat. I don't know, man. It's too much. Just look at those rocks, Tuck murmured. We hit them at speed. They'll be like a frickin' serrated knife. I agree. Tuck turned, staring at his own reflection in the orange mirrored lenses of Mitch's polarized goggles. You do? Mitch nodded. So we better not hit 'em, eh? Tuck swallowed, as Mitch extended his arm and pointed out his line for their descent through the couloir. We keep to the shadow down this first drop here, then take the left side of the tower. 'Cause you see the ice on the right? He indicated the 6-meter-high finger of frozen granite smack bang in the middle of their path. Just a glimmer there? Slip or lose control on that and you'll hit the wall at 120 kilometers per hour. Mitch shook his head and tutted. So we keep left. It's gonna be tight. He squinted, as though calculating the mathematical ratios required to get round it, to survive, before looking back at Tuck and nodding with a smile. Tuck couldn't see his eyes behind the goggles, but he didn't need to. He could read his friend like a book. It's doable. Tuck looked back down at their self-appointed mission, wishing he could feel so confident. Is that a crack? He asked, slapping Mitch in the chest, his eyes up on the rocks above them. Where? Tuck pointed to a hair's-breadth line in the snowpack on the overhang, 10 meters down, just past the tower. Jesus, man, that is loose as. It could come down at any time. It could dump straight on us if we're going past. Mitch grinned. Only if you're screaming like a little girl. Tuck slumped. Perhaps on the inside. Mitch grabbed his shoulder and squeezed it. I hate to point out the obvious, buddy, but there's no other way down from here. We can either wait for that slab to slice, or we can zip this chute and get the hell out of here. The weather's closing in tomorrow, and this is probably our only window to get the shot. I told you, Meg made me promise this would be the last run before the wedding.